Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, September 24th. Welcome to First Cup. My name's Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. Start to a new week, new work week anyway, and kind of excited. I'm feeling rested, feeling ready to go. Had a good weekend. Got some cool new stuff starting this weekend. Just really, so much of what happens in our lives comes in waves. We've got ups and downs, and we talk about that, but we don't talk about the way they connect. And sometimes we let off the gas on the ups, which leads to the downs. And sometimes it's in the middle of the downs that we put in our best work, which lead to the ups. And maybe we could avoid that. Maybe we could put the cruise control on. But I don't think that's how life is. I don't think it can be. I think there's so much going on. There are so many different factors that I think that's inevitable. Maybe you can whittle down the distance between the ups and the downs, but I think it's always going to be there. When you think about the incredible number of factors that lead to any single occurrence, it's overwhelming. And we can't just pretend that the lows don't make the highs that much better. Last week, had a lot of highs and lows for me. Honestly, a lot of small lows. It was a difficult week. But by Friday, I'd managed to wrap my brain around what was going on and move forward, and that's going to lead to a better week this week. Historically, Monday is not my best day of the week. I tend to get the least amount done, and I struggle. I end up spending too much time on the couch. This is one of the challenges of your workplace being your home. But I don't have the opportunity to do that this week. There's way too much going on, and I've picked up another consulting gig. Basically, my Fridays, which was when I kind of cleaned up everything that was going on, I don't have them anymore. And what's exciting about that is that means I'm taking far less money out of whistlekick to live, maybe even as little as $0, and I can keep that money back in the company, growing the company. But now I've got to focus. Now I've got to make sure every Monday crushes. I got to hit it hard as soon as I get out of bed. I started today pretty much right at 6:30 with this. Then I've got to go bring the trash out, and then from there it's at my desk, and just how much work can I get done? I find that when I have less time, I get just as much done. At least the important stuff. By focusing on what really matters, I'm not burning time with trivial things. And if anything, I feel more productive because I've gotten so much done over a shorter period of time. Oh, man. I'm waking up, I promise. I've heard people say that tasks expand to the time available, and I don't know if that's true for everyone, but it absolutely is for me. I have days where I wake up and I've got 4 things I've got to get done, maybe 3 hours of work, and it still takes me 8 hours. Because that's how long I've designated I have to get those things done. But you know what? Those 4 things that maybe would have taken 3 hours, if I have to, I'll get them done in 90 minutes. Because I know how to be efficient when I have to. And I think we can say the same in martial arts. I've seen so many people rise to the occasion, whether that's at a testing or in a competition or even just in a difficult class. There's so much more that we have available to us that we don't use, whether that's mentally or physically. There's a lot there. I was lucky enough to sit on a testing board this weekend for a friend's martial arts school. And there were a number of people testing for higher ranks, including 4 testing for their black belt. And I know these people reasonably well. One of them I know well. And I watched people at various stages of challenge step up. It's one of my favorite things about the model of the black belt test, and of course different schools implement it in different ways. But the idea of giving people something so difficult, so, I don't want to say seemingly impossible, but so brutally, obviously difficult, that they have to find a way to overcome it. I just think it creates a wonderful foundation for life. You know, I tested for my black belt at 16, and there have been so many times since then I've reflected back and thought, if I can get through that, I can get through this. Because that was one of the most difficult days of my life. I'm not going to talk about the details. But in terms of a few hours of challenge, I haven't experienced anything that difficult. I've had more difficult days and months and years, but the intensity isn't the same. I know that if I was hiking and my knees gave out, I could make it down the mountain. Oh, guess what? That's happened a number of times. And the thing I tell myself is, you can get through your black belt test, you can get through this. And I think that that's one of the most beneficial things about traditional martial arts is it gives us this framework that we can use for the rest of life. Punches and kicks and whatever. Yeah, those are the lens. That's the way we implement it. But it's so much more. And on a day like today, I know I'm going to be fine because I know what I've been able to do in the dojo, in the dojang. And I know that when I've had to, I've risen to the occasion. So for this foreseeable future, it's going to be tight around here. I'm going to be losing some sleep. You know, I've got this thing coming starting this Friday, and it's an hour away. But it's going to be fun, and honestly, my personal economics and thus the economics of whistlekick changed dramatically. I've always said I will do whatever I can do to move this company forward. And if what I have to do is spend all weekend sleeping to catch up because I spent all week awake, I'll do that. I see the end point. I see what's coming. And I'm not going to let anything distract me from it. I'm sure everybody out there has something that they're working towards. And if you don't, you should be. Otherwise, you're just kind of plodding along. And it's hard to know how to motivate yourself, how to rate a good day versus a bad day. And whether you write down your goals or you keep them in your head, you know what you need to do. I truly believe that. We tend to ignore what we need to do. We tend to do what I often do and spend Mondays sitting on the couch because it's an overwhelming amount of stuff. But my challenge to you just for today is to focus and enjoy that feeling of getting things done, of feeling successful, even in those small moments with those small tasks. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow on Facebook. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, YouTube. Tuesday, Facebook. Thursday on Instagram. Hope you have a great day. Take care.